Can you return books on Audible? The answer to this question is yes. Let me explain. In this video, I'm going to talk about Audible's return policy because I've gotten questions about this other videos, and I think it's worth noting for people scratching their heads like, what? What, Cece? What, you sweet little... If you're looking for how to return a book on Audible, I made a quick video about that and I will drop a link in the description. So with these things, there's always a catch. You can return a book on Audible and get your money back, but you can only return so many before Audible's like, well, now we're gonna temporarily or permanently disable you from returning more. This is their return policy straight from their site. Just so you guys know, this is legit information in 2023. If you're watching this and you're in like 2080 and this information has changed, please do not be like, Sam, you're giving us fake news. But for now, this is Audible's return policy. But because of other comments in other videos asking about this stuff, I will clarify or emphasize anything that kind of stands out along the way. If you pay attention like I did writing this video out, then you will definitely figure out that in certain situations, there is more to returning a book than just returning a book. It's like bring your cat to work day. You little noonie. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Sam and I want to make self-growth normal because people shouldn't have to look this information up. It should just be mainstream knowledge. If you agree, then please make sure to smash that like button. Here's their return policy. Our return policy allows active Audible Premium Plus members to take a chance on a new narrator or story without losing a credit or return titles purchased in error. AKA, you can return books. So yes, this policy applies only to titles purchased with credits. Okay, so if you buy a book with money and not credits, you cannot return that book. Returns must be made within 365 days of purchase. Our ability to offer this policy is dependent on our members using it only for these purposes. We reserve the right to monitor returns for any abuse such as excessive returns, frequent return of titles after prolonged listening, or returns of multiple titles at a time. Do not return too many books. It might be tempting to just buy a book with a credit, return it after, and you think to yourself, oh, well, I just got a free book. And then do this with multiple books, but there are consequences. In instances where we find return privileges are being misused, Audible reserves the right in its sole discretion to limit the number of returns allowed by each member, including but not limited to the loss of return privileges. So if Audible feels like you have returned too many books, you can temporarily or entirely lose the ability to return those books. How many books is too much? That's up to Audible. I mean, if I ran Audible, I would say it's contextual. I've never had any problems with this. But maybe it's like Facebook, where you get reported, you dispute it, they don't ask you any questions about it at all. A day or two later, it's totally fine. Whereas other times, it's like a total ban. I don't know. But I know it's up to Audible's discretion. Customers who cancel or fail to maintain their membership in good standing are not eligible to make returns. Audible may cancel or modify the terms of our returns policy with respect to any or all participants at any time. So they can literally change this in any way at any time if they want to. I have not seen this change in probably a few years. I have never felt the need to look at it because I never feel the need to return books. And I have been a member for 6 or 7 years now. So to put it simply, you can return books, but there are some restrictions and you have to be careful about how often you do it. If you found this video helpful and you want to return a book, I made another video about how to return a book on Audible. Again, I will link that in the description. If you just got Audible or you want to know more about the ins and outs of the app, I made a whole video talking about that, and I will link that as well. But you can return Audible books. This is their return policy. This is what it means right now. Let me know if you guys have any other questions that I have not answered in this video about Audible or its return policy or anything like that. If anything was unclear or you're dealing with an incredibly specific situation that no one on the internet seems to be able to have an answer to, then call their helpline at 1-888-283-5051. Audible prides themselves on their customer service, and I would be very, very surprised if they're not able to help you out. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, because I don't get why people watch this far into my videos and they don't subscribe. But if you have subscribed and you want to turn it up just a notch and turn on that notification bell to get a notification whenever I drop new videos, that would mean the world to me. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. You can find me everywhere and I'll see you then.